Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shelly and I don't have a face of anything on right now, just some skincare because I got the first of my Sephora hauls in. It came in last week when I was traveling for work. The only thing I really have left coming in is the new Huda palette, which I wasn't going to get, and then my husband was like, oh, but it's 20% off. You should get that. And I'm like, okay, maybe I should get that. So that's still coming, but that'll be a separate video. I might as well just do a separate video of it. But I thought I'd show you the other stuff I got in my little Sephora VIB haul. Now, when this goes up, VIB might be over, but there was some products that I really wanted to try that I had to justify the 20% off as a way to get it. Some of the products that I picked up are ridiculous, and I had to do it with the sale. Other ones I was very interested in, but I hadn't convinced myself I needed to get them yet, and other people have been talking about it. And then I got a couple replacements of some things. So I might as well show you the replacements first, because they're probably the least interesting or least exciting for me, because I've already used them, but they might be interesting to you guys. So first thing is I got some of the Olaplex products. Now, I bought 2 of these kits because they were, I think they were $60, but then with 20% off, it made it worth it. These are, I think, just about the full size, same full size as I had before. And normally each one of these bottles is $28. So this has the number 3, 4, 5, and 7, which is the oil. So I got one for me and one for my daughter. I was using this for quite a while, and then my daughter started using it. And then I also picked up one of these little repair kits, Tense Repair Kit. It has the number 3 and the number 0. So then I also bought myself a number 0 because I like this. And here's the thing I liked about this as opposed to the original that I got. So I'm giving this to my daughter, by the way, along with the other kit. The number 0, when I've had it before, it came in a bottle that had like a dropper top, but not really a dropper top, but kind of like a pointed end. Anyway, it was so hard to get off. I ended up having to unscrew it, pour some into my hands, work it into my hair. This actually has a pump. I'm excited. So this works with the number 3. You do one of them, leave it on for like 20 minutes, and then you do the other one, and you leave that on. It's kind of a commitment, honestly. So I got those, are kind of like my replenishments. And then I also picked up another of the Moroccan Oil. I love this so much. I can't tell you how many bottles of this that I've purchased. They do have a smaller size, a smaller travel size, and then they also have a light version just in case you have very thin hair. This actually comes with a pump as well. I want to think these are like $44 maybe. I love the smell of it. This is by far the best Moroccan Oil. And then I also spent like 100 points and picked up one of these Caudalie Reversatile Lift Firming Eye Gel. I'm very much interested in firming up the crepiness that has come up right here. You can get Botox for around the outside, but the stuff underneath here, you're kind of stuck with either fillers or you can do like a fractional peel. I'm tempted to do that, but I just picked up another eye cream that I'm trying. It has really good reviews. It's that Fight, you guys, the Fight. Okay. Kiehl's, I love Kiehl's products. There's a few that I really, really like. This is the Creme de Corp Soy Milk and Honey Whipped Body Butter. This stuff is miraculous. It has a very, very light scent, but it is so nourishing. This is, and this I think is like 44 bucks for this big tub, but this is phenomenal. Okay, there's only a couple other things that are not one brand. So we're gonna play with some of this stuff. I did pick up the Rare Beauty Perfect Strokes Mascara. This has such high reviews and everybody loved this so much. And I've had kind of, dropping it. I've kind of had hit and miss luck with some of the Rare Beauty stuff. I tried 2 of the different types of blushes, like a cream blush and liquid blush. Ended up giving the cream blush to my daughter because I felt like it lifted whatever was underneath it. The liquid blush I've kept. I think it works okay when you powder your face first and then it has something to adhere to. I think I get a little bit more use out of it that way, and it does seem to be a little bit more opaque. So if you got it and you're not really sure what to do with it because you got, you know, the FOMO and stuck with the hype, then maybe that's something you could try out. Anyway, it was a mascara that had such good reviews. It has a little bit of a chemical scent to it. I just got it on my nose. It smells almost a little bit like petroleum jelly or something. Not really what I was expecting, but it's got really good reviews, so we're gonna roll with it. The other things that I picked up are, unfortunately, oh no, I've got mascara on the back of my hand. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm sorry, we've been doing a project. We're putting in a sort of a playing area, almost like a speakeasy, not really a man cave area, and so I've been painting, and then my nails are junk. But I want to get this filmed, so sorry for that. Not professional makeup artist, in case you didn't know that. Okay, I don't even know where to start with this. So I started with the Dior Powder No Powder. It was a much hyped item and I liked it. And so I've had all these things in my loves list at Sephora and just didn't pick them up. So I think I'm gonna try not quite a faceful, but quite a bit of a number of Dior products here. One of the things that I saw, they had a kit where if you purchased if you purchased the face and body foundation, you could get a mesh pouch that also came with a primer. So we're gonna start with the primer. This is gonna work to keep all my Dior stuff curled. So it's just a little travel size of the primer. I have not ever used this before, so this is where we could do like a face full of Dior / Sephora haul. I'm super excited, you guys. But this is cute. It's like a little tinted primer here. So, oh, it's got a little spatula. So I'm just gonna apply it with the spatula. And I'm doing it in the center of my face. I don't know how much to use, but I'm doing it in the center and then just kind of gonna work its way out here. Okay, so it feels emollient, but not greasy. So it feels like, almost like a moisturizer. I do have some Charlotte Tilbury skincare on. And I'm just gonna work this out here. Okay, now that that primer is on, I've literally put it all over my face. So let's, and I can't read it, but it's the Dior Backstage Universal, 001 Universal Professional Performance. So this is in shade 001. I don't think I chose the shade. Maybe I did. I don't know, it was a while ago. I placed several of the orders because I'm getting ready for Christmas. I'm gonna do like Christmas shopping online. So the next thing is gonna be this Backstage Face and Body Foundation. And I picked up shade 3N because I think that's what I've had in the Powder No Powder is 4N, I think. So I think I went a little bit lighter just because of the time of year. So I'm gonna apply a little bit on the, it's maybe a little dark. We're gonna find out here. Okay, it's not actually horrible. I've been going so light with my foundation, not light shades, but like light coverage for a while now. And I think what I like to do is kind of put it on, dab it on, and then buff it in so that I have coverage. Now I do have, my lips are a little stained because I just got makeup on my hair. I have had makeup on today already. I was gonna go run some errands and then I realized I was gonna run errands with my husband later on and I thought, you know what, I don't have the house alone very often, so I'm gonna go ahead and get some stuff filmed for you guys because I love filming for you guys and I'm making more time for it. Okay, so that was like one little drop, maybe a pea-sized drop. I'm gonna put a little bit more on. Not even a pea size. I'm gonna say like half of a pea size, really not much at all. And this shade, I am so glad I got this. I was worried in the container that it was going to be too dark, but I actually really like it. It does seem to be buildable. Yeah, it's buffing on with a brush very well. I'd be curious to see how it works with a sponge, or even fingers for that matter. I'm going to tap a little bit more of my sun damage right here. Yeah, I mean, it kind of built up a little bit. And in fact, I'm going to take a little bit right underneath my eyes. We're in that dark spot here. Probably just grabbed too much. Wow, that's actually a really nice shade. Oh, I'm so happy. This was a great choice. Sometimes it's hard to tell when you're ordering things online and you can't ever tell if the picture's gonna work out. Let's see how this is looking on the skin. Oh yeah, doesn't appear to be patchy. It's actually, my skin looks like skin. I know this is not a new product. I don't know, with the Dior name, I was like, it's either gonna be really good or it's gonna be complete shit. And I was a little nervous, but I know it looks dark in the container, but I'm thrilled with this. This might be a contender for the Pat McGrath foundation, which I absolutely love. So the Dior Backstage Face and Body. Okay, so here's the thing. The foundation is normally $40, but they had a deal where you could get the pouch and the primer for free when you bought the foundation. So it's like, yes, please, add to cart. Primer, foundation, check. I also picked up an eye palette and a face palette. So let's just try the Glow face palette. Now, normally I don't cotton to glowy blushes. I kind of like them to be matte, and then if I want a little shimmer, I add it with a highlighter. However, the blushes that, you know, everybody raved about, they were sold out. I figured this would be a good way to try 4 different products. Now, 2 of them are going to be highlighters. One of them is more of a bronzer, and one of them is a blush. They're all shiny. So I'm curious just to see how this is going to look on my skin, if I'm going to even like it. I'm going to start with a bronzer, and I'm just going to pick up with this little MAC, is it a MAC brush? Yeah, got a MAC brush here. Okay, that's pretty. It's subtle It's not too bam all in your face. Yeah, I like that. Which, did I get a shade in here? 001 Universal. I feel like there was a light one and a dark one. So I ended up with the light one just because, you know, because I have heard that people like to use these as eyeshadows too, but I bought eyeshadow. Dior, who knew that I was going to be like, oh, here's Dior. And then the funny thing is after I purchased all this stuff, after I finally committed, which I had, you know, commitment issues, as soon as I committed, now I'm noticing a lot of other people are buying Dior stuff for holiday this year. So I didn't do it after they did. I guess we were all thinking the same thing at the same time or something. I'm not really sure. Yeah, that's actually, it's pretty, it's subtle. I mean, I'm normally over abused blush, but we're gonna leave it like that. And then I'm gonna go in with the actual blush in here. And you know, it's a little, yeah, it's pretty shiny. I feel like these are maybe all highlighters. I don't know that this is really a blush for me. I wish I could have gotten that other blush, but it was sold out. I'm gonna have to keep trying back on it. Maybe what I'll do is when it's back in stock, I'll pick up one of those blushes and I'll pick up one of the standalone Dior bronzers and we'll see how they compare. Okay, that's given me a little color to my cheeks, but it's not necessarily the blush moment that I normally prefer. I'm actually gonna mix these two together. Mixing the bronzer and the blush together to see if that makes a difference. It's just so shiny. I think this is one of those things that you really have to keep out of the texture because I'm feeling it right in through here. The glow is pretty if you like glowy. Probably good for the holidays, huh? I didn't bring in my powder, no powder. I'm gonna have to go get it. I've also picked up, like I said, the eyeshadow palette. This is, what does it say? Bronze Neutrals. I want to think that there was a couple of them, and this is the one I ended up picking up because I felt like I could get a little bit more use out of this one. And it's a largely neutral palette. Golds, bronzes, browns. A lot of what I'm wearing right now, I hate to sound so boring and blasé about it, but that's just kind of what I've been wearing. There is a cream in here. This looks like a cream in the corner. So I'm going to try that as sort of my eyeshadow primer, which I think is probably what it's meant to be used for. I've got paint on the back of my fingers. I need to do that. I was going to actually do my nails and try to be all cute for you guys, maybe even do my hair. And instead you got the, oh, I have like not very much time before people start coming home. So my son's at work. I don't know where my daughter is, probably at work. Has been playing with the band right now. I thought, you know what? While I've got time, I might as well do it. So yeah, that's the eyeshadow primer. That was pretty good. Should I zoom you in? I'm gonna zoom you in. Okay, got you zoomed in a little bit more. Let me grab a brush here. They've all got like embossing on them, which is very pretty, but it's hard to tell what are shimmers and what are mattes. So I'm gonna take this kind of gold sort of taupey color here, and let's just see what that looks like. I'm not gonna swatch them. I'm just gonna apply. Yeah, very shimmery. I feel like this is all very shimmery. It's gonna be a shimmery kind of makeup look, which is, you know, I like it for holidays, but as far as work stuff, maybe not. This shade would be pretty if you're wearing glasses, just real super simple, all over the lid and an eyeliner and glasses. I could maybe do that. It's too pale for me to wear on its own. So let's take this next darker shade right here. I'm not gonna switch brushes. I'm just gonna keep the same brush. And not really any kick up. It did seem to come onto the brush quite a bit. I'm doing my little hooded eye trick where I look straight ahead into the mirror so that I can kind of see where I want it to peek out, just to give me that shaping into my eye. It's not a bad shade. I don't think it's, maybe it is it's shimmery, but it's not coming across as being too shimmery. I've been wearing so many mattes these days, especially, you know, traveling for work and stuff. It's weird for me to see shimmers on my eyelids right now, just because I've been looking at mattes for a while. Let's do this kind of plum color right here. I'm still using the same brush. We're just gonna pick up that and put it down next to the lash line and then kind of work its way up. The formula is very nice. They are blending into each other very well. They're very shimmery. And again, that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just a different thing for me right now. I might have to play around with these a little bit more to fall in love with them. Love the foundation. That's like the #1 thing here. I feel like I've got some Dior lipsticks too, but I didn't go into the luxury bin to pull them out. Okay, yeah, I'm liking the way that looks. I'm gonna end up doing a smoky eye. That's just what I do. Okay, let's grab a flat brush. I don't want to use every single shade in here, but I'm going to use a lot of the shades. Let's try this kind of burgundy shade right here. Oh, that's pretty. I got to be honest, I wouldn't normally take this much time to put on every single shadow in here, I just kind of wanted to see what they were going to look like. I think this might end up being a palette where I use kind of one all over the lid and then maybe buff it out with a bronzer. Probably how I might use this palette. I feel like I blended away some of that darker kind of eggplant shade. It's so shimmery depending on where I turn my eye. I either see it or I don't see it. Okay, flipping that brush over. Actually, I might dust it off a little bit here. A little color switching. Copper one right here. So I'm flipping my brush over to it, the unsullied side. Yeah, okay. There's so much shine with that, but it's giving me the light to dark that I like to do with my hooded close set eyes. This is actually a lighter color than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be more orange coppery, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. And again, depending on where I turn my eyes, it almost looks more coppery on this eye and more gold on this eye. I didn't pick up the wrong color, did I? No, I don't think I did. I don't really understand. I think it just depends on where the light is hitting me, that it looks lighter or darker, which is so strange. This is good. This is like a flat, firm brush. I'm just gonna grab the darkest shade in here, and I'm gonna kind of just stamp this onto my lash line as sort of liner, and we'll drag a little bit of it down. I'm not really sure what the Dior aesthetic is, and again, I probably should have looked at reviews from other people before, but I was so excited to, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do, wanted the foundation for a while. And I'm like, oh, well, with the sale, I can justify the foundation. And if I'm doing it, might as well look at doing a whole face of Dior products to see, do they work on ladies of a certain age? Can we get multiple uses, especially from the same palette? I haven't used this color yet. I'm going to take this gold right here and rub it right up against my lower lash line. I've been trying to keep things light down here. I don't know that that shimmer works with the crepiness though. I think you have to be super careful. Anyway, I was able to kind of justify it to myself by saying, oh, well, it's 20% off, and if I'm getting a couple pieces, might as well get more, and kind of justify the whole face full of Dior. That's what I'm going to do for the eyeshadows. I'm not going to do any more. Maybe I'm just going to blend in the top a little bit. I used all but I think one of the shades, and it was just another gold. I didn't really need another gold. Okay, let's try this Rare Beauty mascara and let's see how this works. It has a little bit of a chemical-y smell that I wasn't really expecting, but it's a brand new fresh tube. I actually tried on I was wearing a hydrating primer yesterday, and it had a very similar kind of chemical-y smell, and my first thought was, oh, that's not good. And my husband was like, yeah, I don't think you should put that on your face, when he smelled it. Okay, this mascara is actually not bad. Sometimes I like mascaras more after they've been open for a few days, but this seems to be going on first pass very well. Might have even got it on my eyelid a little bit here. This might be a good solid mascara actually, but I like that. Yeah, that mascara is good. So the Rare Beauty, okay, I did get a Dior lip gloss too. This is a Balm Gloss Brilliance in shade 630, which is Delight. And it's very pretty. I thought, you know what, this is so bougie. I can't wait to pull this out of my bag, you know, and apply. But let's swatch it just a little bit here. So it's kind of a rosy, mauve-y pink in the tube, or when you swatch it. A little on the sheer side, which is fine. I also picked up, these were some of the recommended in somebody's video. I don't know, and I got suckered into it. These are the Sephora Plump Effect, and I got them in shade 02 and 08. So I picked up these. I don't think I'm gonna try these right now since I have all this other like stuff going on. Might as well put on some lip liner. All right, I've got a House Lab liner right now. I can tell you the House Lab liners are really good. Overall, their lip products are really good. Very pleased with them. Let's try this Dior. The applicator is it's a little wider than I was expecting, which is nice, and it feels very comfortable to apply. And it seems to pick up the right amount of gloss. Okay, you guys, I'm very glowy and very shiny right now. I did not bring in my Dior Powder No Powder, so I'm just gonna grab another little powder that I have sitting here, which is, I think, Fenty. Yeah, I've got a Fenty powder we're just gonna put on. Let's see if we can't tone down some of that a little bit. Yeah, overall, I would say that I'm gonna call it a blush quad, but it's not really a blush quad. It's a face quad. I think it would be fine layered over other products. Maybe it would work better for me if I used like liquid products and then used it as kind of a topper. I think that's maybe how I would use the, where's that here? this face quad. I would use it as a topper, as a highlighter, maybe even as an eyeshadow, but honestly, with this eyeshadow palette, 9pan eyeshadow palette, I feel like I've got so much sparkly glowy. It's fine. I actually like the look. I think it's fine. I think for it to be a perfect look and maybe even justify the $45 price tag is I would have liked a matte. It seems like it's all shimmers in here. And it's, you know, it gives me enough shades to play with. But for me, I think how I'm going to use this is I'll grab a shade. This is the kind of mid-tone brown. And I think that works very well all over a lid. So I know those are horrible swatches, but just to kind of give you an idea. I think I would use, you know, 1 or 2 all over my lid and then go in with a matte in my crease. I feel very glowy, and that's unusual, but maybe that's holiday. All in all, I'm excited to have all these Dior products. I think it'll be fun to have them and fun when I want to feel a little, you know, extra saucy. The Rare Beauty mascara, love. Really, really liking it. And then the Dior Lip Gloss, I really like that too. That's probably my #1 favorite. I'm actually getting more used to the eyeshadow. I think maybe I like the eyeshadow. I think it'd be better if I had more blush on. I'm just gonna grab this Cheek Leaders palette here really fast. Let's see. If I do a little bit more of a darker bronzery contoury thing. Now I'm liking a little bit more. Maybe I should have gone with a darker palette. You guys leave me a comment down below. Tell me, should I go back in and get the darker palette? Should I wait for the blush to come out and then, you know, try that? I hope you guys are doing really well. And, you know, did you guys pick up stuff in the Sephora VIB haul? Did you find value in other people's purchase lists, wish lists, other YouTubers, kind of what they were looking at purchasing, what they did purchase? Did that influence your decision? Did it change what you put on your holiday wish list for 2021? All right, you guys, I hope you guys are doing really well, and until my next video, bye for now.